The Veilthran Empire had ruled the Andromeda sector for 3 millennia through calculated displays of power. Their latest conquest, the human colony of New Geneva, required a demonstration that would break the spirit of both the settlers and their home world. They chose 8-year-old Emma Chun, daughter of the colony's chief administrator, for their galactic broadcast. Supreme Commander Zethkaran stood before the transmission array, his 4 arms spread wide as cameras from across known space focused on the small human child kneeling beside him. The girl's tear-streaked face would be seen on 1 billion worlds, a reminder of Veilthran supremacy. Citizens of the galaxy, his voice boomed through the translation matrix. Witness the fate of those who defy the Empire. Let this human offspring serve as an example to all who would resist our righteous rule. The execution was broadcast live across 60 star systems. What the Veilthrans couldn't have anticipated was that they had just made the single worst tactical decision in galactic history. On Earth, President Martinez watched the feed with the entire United Nations Security Council. The room fell silent as the Veilthran energy blade descended. When it was over, every human leader in the chamber had tears streaming down their faces, not of sorrow, but of something far more dangerous. "Gentlemen," Martinez said, his voice barely above a whisper, "we are no longer bound by the Geneva Convention. As of this moment, we are at total war." Within 6 hours, every human fleet in known space began moving toward Veilthran territory. But these weren't the same ships that had left Earth months earlier. Humanity had been holding back, playing the role of newcomers to galactic society, hiding their true military capabilities behind diplomatic niceties and trade agreements. The facade was over. The first Veilthran patrol to encounter the human fleet sent a standard surrender demand, expecting the usual terrified compliance. Instead, they received a transmission from Admiral Sarah Thompson aboard the UES Retribution. My daughter was Emma's age. No prisoners. What followed wasn't a battle. It was extermination. The human ships moved with precision that defied Veilthran understanding of warfare. Their weapons systems operated at energy levels that should have been impossible for such a young species. Entire Veilthran battle groups simply vanished under waves of kinetic bombardment that turned their shields into worthless light shows. Within 72 hours, the Veilthran Empire's outer territories were in flames. Human forces appeared simultaneously across 24 systems, as if they had teleportation technology that surpassed anything in the galactic database. The truth was simpler and more terrifying. Humanity had been secretly building fleets in dark space for decades, preparing for exactly this kind of scenario. Supreme Commander Zethkaran watched his empire crumble from his flagship's command center, trying to understand how the humans had mobilized such overwhelming force so quickly. His tactical computers couldn't process the impossibility of their response time, their coordination, their sheer ruthless efficiency. The answer came in a transmission from Earth's military command. "You killed one of our children on live television. Did you really think we'd send our ships to rescue New Geneva one at a time?" Every human fleet in the galaxy received the same orders simultaneously. Converge on Veilthran space. Show no mercy. The Veilthran Empire, which had stood for 3,000 years, fell in less than 2 weeks. When the smoke cleared, Zethkaran found himself in chains aboard a human vessel, facing a military tribunal composed entirely of parents. "You wanted to send a message," Admiral Thompson said, her voice cold as vacuum. "Consider it received. The galaxy now knows what happens when you harm human children. We don't negotiate with child killers. We erase them from history." The trial lasted 5 minutes. The execution was broadcast live across the same 60 star systems, with a simple message: humanity protects its own. Choose your next actions carefully. Emma Chan was avenged, and the galaxy learned that there were lines no species should ever cross.